It's week 4 of the National Football League, with Baltimore on the road for an AFC battle. They lead the all-time series against Denver 8-6. It's the Ravens and the Broncos. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
They'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Here we go! Here we go!
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the deep.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because
after an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
and from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On third down, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
KJ Hamler returning it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Bridgewater now. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want it.
And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Sammy Watkins, On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens add on. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. He'll buy some time right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Denver offense at the line, ready to go, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw is Bridgewater. Flushed out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Justin Madubuike.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin with a classic NFL matchup. Maybe the best of the entire weekend. Pittsburgh traveling to Lambeau to take on Green Bay. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. James Washington, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and their quarterback's got to be icing his arm in that locker room as we speak. He is on pace to shatter some long-standing records if this pace keeps up. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Bridgewater.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to his right. And this will be caught by Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well in leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Bateman over the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
47's the mic, boys, 47. Check, 47. Here it comes, here it comes.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tucker with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead.
Broncos 12. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 55 yards.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hamler now to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good call, baby.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 33. Back to throw here, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go, defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I
know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Eluding the pressure right. Brown has the first down and much more. And all the way down to the 5.
We got this.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's their quarterback. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos ready to go on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rolling to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head